Like Laurel said, we have ongoing events, and in particular, through May, the Univirtual experience. We're super excited about this. It's the biggest thing we've done since last year we did the summit. But now let's get on to our most esteemed guest, Avi Duivedi from India. Namaste, Avi. How are you? You okay?
Namaste, I'm doing really
Very
well
good.
and I'm really excited for today's event.
Me too, Avi. I can't tell you. We talked about this about a year ago. We didn't make it happen. Here we are today. So I'm really, really excited. I'm going
Exactly,
to give you a little
exactly.
bit of an introduction. This is Avi Duivedi, the CEO of Xrdi. He's going to tell us a little bit about Xrdi, what it is. And I've seen the slides he's about to present. I was knocked out by the figures. Avi, you're doing great work out there. 900 million, almost a billion population. And so I know
1.3 billion
very
and counting.
1.3 and counting. Sorry, there my stats are all old. That's amazing. Wow. So with that many Indians and their reputation for hard work and education, I am super curious to hear what you guys are getting up to over there. And I really can't believe that we haven't heard more from you. Okay, over to you, Avi. Give him a big round of applause, everyone, please.
Hey
So yeah,
everyone,
here we go.
namaste, and I'm
Namaste.
really excited to represent Indian XR ecosystem for the first time, because usually the show I do is called XR Genesis, in which I talk about what is the global status of virtual reality or augmented realities around there. I talk about the global numbers, but for the first time, I'm sort of representing what's the condition in India and what kind of people working in virtual reality and augmented reality, what the companies are doing, and what we are up to. So this is, even for me, this is for the first time I'm going to talk about these numbers. Okay, so this is our small community. This is called Extended Reality Developers of India, in short, XRDI. Who we are at the first
Wow.
place. So we are a community of creators. We are a community of startups which are working in virtual reality from India, and we also host a lot of podcasts in which I have hosted Daniel as well. We hosted a great podcast. We discussed and we shared a lot of knowledge through those podcasts. I did so far, I think 51st episode last week I did. Talking about some numbers, our community has so far introduced virtual reality or augmented reality industry to more than 10,000 people in India. We did community collaborations like Google developer groups and so many other communities, like even on so many Discord servers like Cleanify community, and there is Avalon communities. Even we have a YouTube channel which is like available to all. There is so far 130 plus YouTube videos, and they are mostly in English, so you can also follow them around. I've been to many places, as you can see from these posters. So this is a session called XR Genesis, where, as I said, there I talk about what are the global scenario of virtual reality and augmented reality looks like. What are the global numbers? How things works there. Indian XR system so far consists of more than 2,500 plus companies and startups
Wow.
working together and working on these huge projects. 15,000 plus developers so far. What we gathered around from all throughout the communities, there are 300 plus products being built in India, which are going to be about virtual reality and augmented reality. We are also working on a lot on virtual production systems. There are so many companies dedicated towards how 360 movies are being built. So yeah, this is the whole entire ecosystem. So this research is being done by Accenture, and they basically predicted that by the year of 2023, the global XR ecosystem is going to be about $160 billion, and the share of India is also huge. The contribution of India is also going to be huge. This survey is being done by NASCOM. In comparison to 2017, 91% growth in augmented reality and 52% growth in virtual reality. And you can see they in the right, they have also stated that so many kind of systems going to be there, like it's healthcare, it's army and military, it's defense systems, it's journalism. So in several ways, these companies are being building their ecosystems, and how one company is supporting giving services to another company, and that's how it's basically works. A lot of companies out of this, and helping them how to gather data, how to process these data. We are working closely with a lot of companies. You will find a lot of images exactly like this whenever we talk about the global landscape. This is how the global ecosystem looks like, and there are all sort of players. But how the picture of Indian ecosystem will look like. So that was the question I was asked. It's kind of hard to figure out, and the reason why it's hard, because the way how SEO works, way how search engine optimization works is very different. It doesn't really matter, and then you have to invest a lot of time to just rank yourself up into that SEOs. So if you search about virtual reality, you'll on Google, you'll probably come together with some sort of gibberish instead of actual real data.
Unless you don't put exact company name as keyword, it's a problem.
But here I tried to solve that problem by giving you this picture. Can we go to next slide? So this is
India.
how Indian XR ecosystem would look like if I talk about 2021. So there are a lot of companies, you would see. There are a
Yeah.
lot of hardware companies which are actually working on virtual reality, augmented reality headsets. Like Ajna Lens is working on products for army, and they're also working on consumer-ready headsets, which are about to ship. I had conversation with the founder of Ajna Lens, and he shared a lot of insights about what they do at the channel, so you can figure that out. Geoglass, we are closely working with Geoglass as well. Geoglass is coming, and that is going to be the most revolutionary thing for India, I would say. Geo is a brand which already proved itself in term when it comes to mobile, and they solve the problem of country, the problem of India in terms of 4G connectivity. So we are really looking forward that how they're going to solve this problem, which is about virtual reality connectivity and virtual reality introduction to the country. So we are really looking forward to Geoglass. And another big company which I'm looking forward, question what's real. So this is another company which is working, and there's Nemo Planet, but again, we have to see what Nemo Planet is coming up. So if I talk about a lot of enterprises, so of course, whatever the enterprises are there, like IBM, also have big offices in India, and they are also working with the Indian systems. They are also working on huge projects, like Cognizant is working on huge projects. Tata has invested huge. They have entire facilities dedicated towards virtual reality and augmented reality. If I talk about virtually educating people, more and more people about virtual reality, so all the major universities and IITs are running some sort of virtual reality program already. In media, the IIT Bombay is being very famous for doing this, and they recently introduced one game development program. But all the universities, all the IITs are already adopted the virtual reality curriculum in one way or the another. India has great amount of communities like our community, extended reality developers, but there are others as well. Like VRARA is a great community which is working entire globally, but also in India as well. VMRR is another big community which is working in India. India is best in services. So you guys might already know it. When I was making this entire picture of the ecosystem, it was hard to keep that which company I should put there and which not, because there are so many. It's hard to put all of them, but I tried to do my best with that. Yeah, and again, the product companies, a lot of Indian products you might also see in the coming years, like View XR is one of my favorite, and there are Build AI, which are AI plus augmented reality plus virtual reality, basically the future of what we are going to see. We have also seen some sort of e-commerce websites like Flipkart, which is the biggest e-commerce website from India, recently has acquired a company called Scapic, which is a augmented reality and virtual reality environment company. Again, we have Lenskart, which is doing augmented reality glasses. So you can try on whatever the glasses you want to order on augmented reality for like 4 or 5 years. This technology is there. Come to education. So content productions being done. I think if you talk to me which is the best one of them, I would say Photon Viewer, because the library of content they already have ported into virtual reality. They are targeting, we experience virtual reality in arcades. So whenever we go to any mall or shopping center, we find one arcade and go to there and enjoy the virtual reality for the first time, usually Richie's Tank or something like that. But yeah, arcades are the one who are introducing us to virtual reality in when we are talking about India. So yeah, Smash is doing great work. Zero Latency is doing amazing work. Vihang Shah, one of my great friends, has this VR game zone. Universe Arcade is a good one. We have also worked with them on a few projects. This is how virtual reality and augmented reality ecosystem picture looks like when I talk about India. So Daniel, yeah.
Well, thank you. First of all, should we give him a round of applause for giving us a good overview of the Indian XR infrastructure, please? Applause, hearts, as you feel. Avi, thank you so much for that. I'm going to be
Thank you so
asking
much.
Mark to cycle back through some of the slides because I want to dig in a little bit deeper. But before that, I'm going to ask Avi a couple of questions that I've prepared. We're going to have a little bit of a conversation. And then towards the end, there's going to be plenty of opportunity for you to ask some questions as well. So get ready for that. And when that time comes, we will free up your microphones so that you can ask your questions.